You ever hear a love story so risky, so dangerous, that just existing was like playing with fire? Let me take you back to the Soviet Union, Cold War era. This is a story of Sergey Fedosov and Roman Matveyev. I hope I said their names right. I want to give them justice. Picture it. The 1970s, the Soviet military was one of the most powerful institutions in the world, but it was also one of the most repressive. And in the USSR, being gay wasn't just frowned upon, it was actually a crime. You could go to prison for up to 5 years, and inside the military, forget it. If anyone ever suspected you, you'd be ruined. Now enter Sergey. He was a young private, drafted into the Soviet Air Force. He wasn't particularly ambitious about military life. He was more into the arts, theater, literature, but here he was, stuck in a rigid, brutal environment. Then came Roman. Roman Matveyev wasn't just any officer, he was a fighter pilot. The kind of man who in Soviet culture was practically worshipped. Think Tom Cruise in Top Gun, but with a Soviet star on his helmet. Charismatic, confident, brave, and when Sergey and Roman's path cross, sparks, real ones. Their connection started small, stolen glances, a word here, a word there. Remember, at this time, even talking too closely could be dangerous, but there was an energy neither of them could deny. Eventually, it grew into secret meetings, a walk in the forest, a night away on training leave. Imagine the courage it took to not only admit these feelings to themselves, but to each other, when discovery could mean prison or worse. They found little ways to express it: letters, notes, coded messages. Every touch, every moment had to be carefully hidden. In that tension, it made everything more intense. But of course, in a world like that, secrecy won't last forever. The KGB had eyes everywhere. Someone reported suspicious behavior. Sergey and Roman were suddenly under surveillance. There were interrogations, threats, constant fear. The system wanted to crush them, make them deny it, betray each other. Sergey especially was vulnerable. He was lower rank, easier to pressure, but he didn't break. Neither did Roman. Their loyalty to each other was stronger than the fear, but the fear was always there. Eventually, the pressure became unbearable. Roman's military career was on the line. Sergey risked prison. And the worst part, in that time and place, there was no happy ending written for them. They were forced apart. For Sergey, the fallout was brutal. His name was tainted, his military life destroyed. But he didn't give up. He left, reinvented himself, and eventually found his way into the arts, working in theater and cinema, where he could finally live more freely. Years later, after the fall of the Soviet Union, Sergey published his memoir, Roman. He wrote it not just to tell the story of their love, but to honor Roman, the man he had risked everything for. And that memoir became the basis for the 2021 film Firebird. What makes this story so powerful isn't just that it was a forbidden romance. It's that it was true. Two men in one of the harshest, most dangerous environments imaginable, the Soviet military, managed to find each other. And even though the world tried to erase them, Sergey made sure their story lived on. Think about that. A love so strong it survived not just time, but oppression, threats, and the collapse of an entire empire. That's why Firebird isn't just a movie. It's history, it's testimony, it's proof of that love, no matter how star-crossed leaves a trace the world can't erase. How sad was that for them? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.